top sales executive worldwide, and he does a lot of different things as far as his business mind to be able to share with others. And I think that's another key to how we can all evolve as better businessmen and women, and as children watching the growth of business come up as well. And I think it's a beautiful thing to just say we appreciate it. And I have Mathew Knowles, music mogul, and always I see him as an iconic genius in the business field, live on Nexxlegacy Radio. Mr. Knowles, how you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm doing great here in Houston. Sunny day. What more can you ask?
Hey, sunny day, and even on the days where it's not that sunny, I'm sure you can be able to make your day as important and better than the next day, right?
Absolutely. I mean, every day is an opportunity to grow, opportunity to live, and I'm just having, at 63 years old, I'm having a great time in my life. So I feel really, really blessed.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to hang out with with us and also the listeners out there on this beautiful day. And before I even ask you, because I have so many questions that I want to ask you about music and the evolution of it, I want to start off by talking about your book that's actually about to come out October 15th. That's already a #1 bestseller, The DNA of Achievers, 10 Traits of Highly Successful Professionals. When you first put pen to paper and came up with a plan as far as how you wanted to get this out to the masses, what was your motivation behind it?
My motivation was I have so much knowledge that I've learned from others, being mentored myself as a young child by my parents. I mean, my parents were my mentors. He and my dad drive a truck and make, minimal wages. We're talking $25 a week in Gaston, Alabama, a little small town, and my mom making $3 a day as a maid. And seeing them not complain, but think outside of the box. My dad went and convinced the owners of the company to let him keep that truck all day long and all, 24/7. And then he would tear down houses, and he would, take cars and bring them up to our house and sell the transmission and the motors, sell the copper and metals in those homes. My mom on the weekends would get her girlfriends and best friends, and they would make quilts, and my mom would sell the quilts. And that's where my mentorship came to me, to be an entrepreneur. As a young kid, I always wanted to be a businessman. I didn't quite understand what that meant, but that's what I wanted to be, was a businessman. And so, that inspired me to, one day I was on a plane, and I was just sitting there and sort of minding my own business, and then started talking to the person next to me, and hey, what are you doing? They got really excited and said, oh, yeah, well, I do this. And you could just see the passion that they had. And then I started, realizing that these successful people that I know, they exemplify pretty much 10 traits. And I identified these traits, passion and building a team and learning from failure and thinking outside of the box and being visionaries and work ethics. And I thought, this is amazing. All of these people that I know that are highly successful, and I looked at my life, they exemplify these 10 traits of highly successful people. And that was the idea behind it.
Mathew Knowles is our guest on Nexxlegacy Radio, and without diving too much in the book, because I definitely want people to go out and make that pre-purchase, and even when the book comes out, I want everybody to talk about it, because to me, I feel like, our society, I think we take a lot of things for granted when it comes to not just the evolution of how easy you can be able to get things now, be it if it's, music or certain things that, at one point in time we held so near and dear to us. But to me, I always feel like picking up a book, and I appreciate the brand of e-books, but also picking up a hard paperback book or a covered book to be able to just flip through pages and being able to understand it. Like, Mathew, we live in that world where it's, we're given so many different things. So a lot of people have a lot of lazy tendencies. So, one thing that I would love for you to be able to tell the listeners is, as far as, getting up and getting out of bed to be able to make this dream come true for whatever it is that you want to do, there's a lot of effort that's going to take place, and laziness is not one of those options to have.
Well, it really stems from passion. To all the listeners right now, I want you to take a moment and ask yourself honestly, what is that one thing that you love, that one thing that you think about before you go to bed, that you can't wait until the next day? And you might not want to tell anybody. You never maybe have told anyone. And it's called passion. That's what drives us is passion, the things that we are passionate about, the things that we love. And most people, unfortunately, end up working. Passion and work ethics go together because if you live your passion, you never work a day in your life.
Right. And I feel like that's one of those things that people tend to forget, because to me it's like I always come from that model too. It's like if you're unhappy with what you're currently doing, find what you need to do that's going to make you happy and work on that 24/7 if need be in order for you to be able to achieve that dream, so you can be able to do what you need to do and go through life without having to be disappointed or depressed about the current state of your business. And I think that's important for people to understand.
Well, I think the other part of that is, we always say, well, but I got to put food on the table. When you live your passion, it might be that initially the financial part of it doesn't happen, but I guarantee you, if you really truly live your passion, you will, from two ways. From a spiritual standpoint, you'll be really full, but in time you will make money because you're doing what you love. And you have to take that risk. And one of those traits is being a risk taker. You have to take that risk that maybe for a period of time things won't. You have to make that sacrifice for your passion.
Amen to that. Mathew Knowles, musical mogul, author. His book, The DNA of Achievers, 10 Traits of Highly Successful Professionals, is available for pre-order now. It comes out October 15th. You can go to Amazon and be able to get that pre-order and take care of business now. I think it's important. And I think it's important for all generations and genres of life, I guess you can say, as far as, just being able to pick up a book and read and get motivated from someone who's not just done it, but done it well and in a very Shark Tank world when it comes to the music profession of it. And as you see music today, because you being the founder, president, CEO of Music World Entertainment, and you take a look at when you first, got your group together and you first had a dabble into this business, and it was successful. I think a lot of people would appreciate the efforts that you made to be able to bring your group in and to be able to do a great job doing it. But also, when you look at the music industry today, you don't see a lot of girl groups. You don't see a lot of, to me, in my opinion, you don't really see too much appreciation for what I feel like is decades long of God-given talent. So what is your opinion on the state of music and its evolution today?
Well, it is evolving. That's a true statement. I had the opportunity to work with Earth, Wind & Fire and make their last album that's on the label here, and work with the OJs and make their last album, and to work with Shaka Khan and do an album with her with the London Symphony, Classic Khan. And most people don't even know that. Most people don't know that these artists' last album I had the opportunity to work with them and make. But, one of the things that we don't understand, people are experiencing music more so than ever before because of this new digital age of streaming.
Right.
So it's not that we're not experiencing an appreciation of music. It's just folks ain't buying it. So you asking the people on the record label exactly the stand for it. That's the biggest thing in the industry is folks are getting it for free. And not appreciating the hard work that artists put into their art and craft.
Right. And I think it's a matter of time that I feel like it's going to, turn itself around in a sense where you will have the legion of fans, and I feel like every fan should be an investor. If you want this talented artist to continue making music, make sure you purchase the album and tell your friends, and as opposed to, cheating their efforts and their time that they spent doing music. So I think, people's self-consciousness when it comes back to music is going to come back, and I think eventually we'll be able to right that ship that I feel like people have taken for granted based on social media and getting free music and things like that, right?
Right, you're absolutely right in that. But to me, it's that live experience. What I enjoy here in Houston tonight. There's a Motown review that's happening here in Houston at one of our amphitheaters at our park, and live expression and live music, I enjoy still just seeing an artist perform live. That is a great experience.
There's nothing better than going out and seeing a live band, man. You and me both. Just that essence of everybody unified, one song, one group, and it's just an amazing thing to see, and it's never going to die out. It's always going to be there. There's going to be a bunch of people that's going to appreciate that effort to be able to put a band together and for them to be able to perform and do all these things under one breath, I guess you could say. So, I think it's always going to stick around and be around.
Right.
And what I'm looking forward to most.
I just want to thank everyone. We spoke about the hard copy, and I totally agree with you about actually reading, picking up, and holding a hard copy. You can go to DNAofachievers.com. Again, it's DNAofachievers.com, and you can pre-purchase the hardback copy of the book, and I'll autograph it for you.
It's a free autograph, DNAofachievers.com. You can also pre-order your Kindle ebook as well by going to Amazon as well. And Mr. Knowles, as I get ready to wrap this up with you, it's an honor and a privilege. And like I said, I've watched, you take on so many different artists and groups and put them together in that spotlight. And everybody knows the talent that these people have, but a lot of people don't know the people behind the scenes that actually put in the amount of work and time and effort to market and promote and produce and do all the things that's needed in order for, that circle to stay spinning. So you have my utmost respect, and I'll be that one on, even prior to. I'll go to DNAofachievers.com, but I'm also going to, put it on the station website, but I'm also going to get it myself because, I just think that people like yourself has a lot of knowledge to give, and I think it's, important for us to be able to appreciate the fact that you are giving us, your game is for sale, I guess you could say, right?
Well, I just want to say thank you to you and thank you to all of your listeners and readers for all the support that they've given. This is our 24th year at Music World, and the support that they've given all of my artists and all the gospel, the support we got to build Music World Gospel to a number one independent gospel label, to the support that they continue to give and gave to Destiny's Child and to Beyonce, who is just incredibly number one female artist in the world right now.
Amen.
That's a real honor, and from my dad's perspective. And to Beyonce, whose birthday is in a few hours, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Beyonce. Indeed. And Mr. Knowles, thanks again, and we will be in contact soon. And blessings to you and your continued journey. And just know that over here, Nexxlegacy, we stay inspired by what you do. So thanks a lot.
Well, thank you. Have a good day. Bye.
You too. That is Mathew Knowles, the guru, the guy behind Destiny's Child, and I appreciate all the people tuning in on this abbreviated edition of Nexxlegacy. But I guarantee you this. We'll be back, we'll be stronger, and we will be better than we've ever been.
Nexxlegacy.